Well, welcome to Tenney Mountain to all the athletes, first-timers. Want to see you enjoy the hill.
Just got done setting both courses. We think they're going to be good. There's 20 turns in each course. It's very similar to last year. It's like 2 5-footer jumps, maybe 4.5. The last one's like 3. You might not even know it's there.
Of course, win. Everyone wants to win, but again, to feel this level, you have to be super consistent. Maybe have a little bit of luck.
First run, I was pretty nervous because I hadn't skied a course in 2 years. But going over those jumps was just so fun that I thought, yeah, no, second run I can send it, and second run went a lot better, and so I'm pretty happy. I ended up in 5th now, so I'm in a pretty good position for tomorrow.
So I was a little bit hesitant to see how the jumps would go and how I would perform, especially the start. I didn't know how the format would be, but I had so much fun and I skied really well and I was happy with my time, so hopefully I can do it tomorrow.
Yeah, no, yesterday was a relatively solid day of skiing. First run, I came out pretty well, put me into 3rd for qualification going into today. The skiing second run was a little bit more iffy. Out of the start was difficult, but I think they've leveled out the start. Everything's looking awesome for today.
Have you ever witnessed a once-in-a-lifetime moment of wild beauty? Do you want to? It requires a vehicle capable enough to handle nature's indifference, yet refined enough to keep you awake to its wonders. Every detail considered, so you can just be. Welcome to the Outerverse. Welcome to the Mazda CX-50.
Looking for a ski resort that delivers big mountain fun, where you can maximize your time on the slopes? Welcome to Tenney Mountain, with thrilling runs, 5 times more snowmaking coverage new this year, and a variety of trails for all levels. Tenney offers the ultimate independent resort experience. Tenney features 1,500 feet of vertical drop and 130 acres of terrain, located less than a 2-hour drive from Boston. Join us for the next World Pro Ski Tour in March. Tenney Mountain, perfect for your next winter adventure.
Those who train hard. Very few recover right. Training breaks your body before it builds it. DNA Vibe. Regenerative wearables use a patented combination of light therapy and vibration designed to support circulation, recovery, and overall wellness. Because real regeneration doesn't just help you bounce back, it helps you come back stronger. DNA Vibe. Regeneration activated.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Tenney Mountain, the first of 2 days of elimination rounds. My name's Kevin Clark. Alongside me, my compadre Oakley, fresh back from Italy, the Olympics. Today we're pro racing.
So these racers are pros. They're going at easily 50 plus miles an hour. To keep up with that, we obviously have to do a lot of the prep work beforehand, making sure that the course is set right, making sure the bee netting is placed, making sure that there are safety protocols that exist, and of course, staging equipment where we need it, just in case of the unlikely event of an accident.
So last year, it was probably 2 weeks later or 3 weeks later, and we got the warm weather was here. It was really warm when we were building the course. So that was kind of a challenge. The snow kind of sticks together and it gets really kind of like chunky looking. Everything's a lot firmer. So when you get to that final cutting of the shapes and everything, it's a lot easier to get like a really nice finished looking product. I think it's really cool. I mean, to see any sort of event that's organized to this magnitude, where you have like these athletes coming in that are just so top tier in their sport, like it's just really cool to be something that's that
big. It was outstanding. Another beautiful day. 2 runs of qualifying, and the field is set to go up there. Philippe Vorchek and Angus Summers, rookie from Canada.
Today I got to race the top-ranked guy, so trying to hope to kind of pull something off this morning and hope for the best.
Advantage after that first run, so he's going to pace himself. He's not going to try to burn a lot of energy this time, and he's going to cross safely, and into the round of 8 goes your number 2 in the overall standings, Philippe Vorchek.
The advantage is 0.41 by Etienne, and they're locked and loaded up top. Take it away, Clarkie.
So, Zach Zimmerzoglu coming out on track. Nazarelli with the advantage, the Canadian after the first run. He's on that blue course side, touching down off the first bump and in control of this run. Out front with that 4/10 advantage. He's going to cross the line first and move into the round of 8 to face off against Philippe Vorchek.
Etienne, nice work. Temeretsco, you'll be sidelined. Watch the rest, and we'll see you again tomorrow. On course in a moment, the lights change and green's good for racing.
Oh, Burke just left him standing there. Timed the start perfectly with that 188 advantage over the rookie from Sweden. Burke out front. Burke has 5 children.
5.
So he is not trained at all this season. He's a big, powerful guy out front right now, and he holds the advantage of a .188 after the first run. It looks like it's all Burke right here, touching down over the bottom. Tenney jump across the line. He goes. And he wins the run by .457. On goes Keegan Burke.
I'm Hunter Braden, going against Alex Berkner. It was a pretty close one last run. He had me out of the start. I was able to kind of close it towards the end, but it's a close one. We'll see what I can do on the red course.
Out on track. Ooh, strong start over on the blue side. Looks like that's Berkner taking advantage. Berkner had the advantage, and he's stretching it out right now. It was a narrow one after the first run. Over the second jump we go, heading for the bottom. Tenney jump. Berkner right there in front, but here comes a charge on the red course side, trying to straighten it out. Not going to get it done. Let's go to the clock. It's Berkner winning the thing by .047.
Against USA, the lights are going to change colors. Again, the advantage will go to Isaac.
Usual chasing now over on the red side. Can he put something together here? Made it further last year when he was here. Looks like he may have a little bit of an edge there. Chasing now into the bottom jump they go. Usual right there with him. He needs to make up a pretty decent margin. No, 4-4-1 not happened today.
Luke Kearing at a Carabasset Valley, Maine, skiing for the Harvard ski team. He's a senior. He'll face the real world next year, and he's going to be against 37-year-old Camden Burke, and they're on course.
So Burke, particularly with a good, powerful start, gets down low, hips down below his knees, gets a power of skis, but the charge is coming on right now. Kearing and Burke coming at you. Across the line we go. Win going to Luke Kearing. So on he will go.
Multiple FIS wins, U16 national champion, US Nats downhiller. Van Glantz, he's on the blue course with a .227 advantage. He's going to go next to Durham, New Hampshire sophomore at UNH, Hunter Roach.
So Roach, a rookie on tour, out on track they go, working at everything he can, poling and skating and trying to just settle into the groove and find some power out of the ski. Pretty even race after the first run. It was Glantz, who is now on the blue side.
Puts the leg between the panel.
2 straight off the jump, tactical error.
Van Glantz putting the hammer down. Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
David Mariani chasing Gray Flanagan. They've switched courses. Gray is on the red side for this run. Oh, Gray leaves the rookie, the Italian, standing in the starting gate. So it's all about your number 2 qualifier right here. he's a shoo-in when he gets across the finish line. You got to do the whole course.
First time qualifying, had a little trouble first run, and then second run, absolutely bottled the start. But you know, we're having fun, so it's all good. I'm gonna take my ski stuff off, probably chill for a little bit, and watch the race.
Hi, I'm Galina. I'm from Aspen, Colorado, which is where we're having our next stop next week, so yeah. I didn't do it last year. I did it a few years ago. I did the full tour, Aspen, Steamboat, Taos, and then, yeah, this year I'm gonna do a few. This season, I've been racing still. I was on the US Ski Team and then raced for University of Denver, and then now I'm racing independently. But this year I'm doing a little bit of mix, so I've been racing this year, coaching a bit, and then also starting to do some free ride. I was on the national team for 5 years, and the last year was 2020. I had a lot of knee injuries around then, a lot, both. And then transitioned into college, which was a really cool experience. But the last 3 years I've been an independent athlete, which is really cool because you get a lot of experience, you meet a lot of people, but it's all on your own. So you have to take care of everything yourself, find training, find friends, find like any help you can find. The biggest thing is like you take on a lot more logistics and organizing, and that you maybe wouldn't have to if you were with a national team or even just had a coach. Like I've even done a few trips where I'm just traveling with a friend and we find our own tuning setup, we find our own training, rental car, like all of that, team captains meeting, team athletes meeting. So it's really just a lot more you're responsible for, which is more stress, but also I think it's kind of cool you get to take ownership of it. And you know, we get a little resourceful and scrappy sometimes, and like it's cool when it works out too. So I think you can do it really well. You can be an independent athlete, take care of everything, and show up just as strong as everyone else, but for sure you're spending a lot more energy, so who knows? It's probably definitely easier without it. I like racing against another person. I think sometimes we'll do qualification runs and you're by yourself, and I think I'm always slower on those because when someone's there, I'm like, oh, like I'm more fired up. I think today the top was a little bit flat, which I don't know if I really knew what to do. Like it was a little slow and I didn't know how to go faster. But the jumps were really fun, they were perfect. Like we really just dropped right off of them. And yeah, I think the snow is a little bit soft, so maybe it'll harden up. I think the coolest thing about Pro Tour is like, yes, it's racing, but it's just this much like more fun environment and like looser, and almost everyone's just trying to have a good time and trying to go fast. Whereas a regular race environment is usually a little bit more like strict, I would say. And Pro Tour just lets you like just charge. And I know like a few of my best Pro Tour races, I came out of it just feeling so jazzed. And it honestly helped me in the races after that, like the other normal GS or slalom races I was doing. So I definitely came to try to like, because it's so fun to chase that feeling, and yeah.
She's going to be on the red course, number 1 qualifier. She was the fastest yesterday in qualifying, going up against number 8 qualifier from Sweden, Michelle Kerman. They're off and running.
You could see somebody like Sarah Bennett could pace, and she could cross the line behind and still win with a half-second advantage, but she's going to give it everything she's got here in the second run over on that blue course side. Crossing first, and she'll have a maximum differential of a .60 on. We'll go Bennett into the round of 4.
So here we are. I'm out, unfortunately. I'm really mad about that, but it's so fun to be here. But tomorrow, I think I need to do some intervals or something to get my heart beat in for the second round, because that was a little bit right after the first round.
Nora is on the blue, Maxie on the red.
So Brand gets down through tuck early. Again, she has a .294 advantage, and she holds the advantage here. Pressure now from Maxie, catching up with her, starting to make up some ground, but she's going to need to win it by a lot to make up that .294. And so she wins the run, but only by .09 does Max.
Last run didn't go as well as I wanted it to, but it's okay. I'm still working on the start. I think this run maybe going to be a little bit better with the start, but yeah.
The track opens up out, and of course they go. Looked like a good even start as they work their way down the pitch. But Marlena with the advantage after the first run. She's over on that red course this time and maybe a little bit trailing. Again, she holds a .248 advantage. Off the bottom jump she goes. It's going to be a close one, but she has a .2 advantage. So Weston wins the run, but not by enough. She wins the run by .079. Needed to make up a .284, .079. Not going to get that done.
Marlene Crone advancing, and she'll go up against the winner of Jasmine Whitaker and Galena Wardle, our final pairing in this round of 8.
It was okay, it wasn't the best. I think I'm struggling a little bit with the ruts, like I'm falling into them instead of pushing off of them.
Wardle over on the red course side, powerful out of the start. She heads for the first jump, the Mazda jump. It's like she has the advantage. Touching down first, your second fastest qualifier against Whitaker. Final Tenney jump. Gap starting to close, but Wardle's got 0.08 of a second. She wins the second run, also by .126. So
nice skiing. So Bennett, Nora Brand, Canada versus Germany, and then Crone against Wardle, Norway against USA. That's going to be your final 4 pairing once we get there.
So let's see what he has for Forecheck. Forecheck owns the first run by .25. Forecheck gets a little bit of a jump.
Clean start.
So Maz trying to get there with him over the first jump. It's going to be Forecheck touching down with the advantage. Forecheck, number 2 in the tour standings at the end of last season, in control of this second run to move into the round of 4 with Forecheck crosses the finish line with the win. There we go. Looks like Burke with another powerful start over on the blue course this time. Off the first jump they go. Burke holds the advantage after the first run, but a very, very narrow advantage. Touching down. Oh, Burke gets twisted and sideways. Could have cost him right there. Across the line he goes. The wind going to Hedstrom at .154. Not enough. Needed to make up a 163. Burke almost threw it away there at the bottom, but he crosses with that margin. D. That was a close one.
First round of 8, I got absolutely rinsed. Came from going out of the start, kind of poached the start, so I didn't do very well there, and then didn't push it once I saw that I was too far behind. Don't want to risk too much, but I'm gonna go after it. Got maximum differential, so give it all I got and hope that there's a mistake in the other side.
Kiering's got 0.6 of advantage. He's on the red course. Here we go.
So Kiering gets a big jump over Burke, left and standing and start again. Kiering figured the start out. The rookie looking strong here today and really get the juice, as we say, across the line. Gonna win it in a big way. Across the line, Kiering with a 146, so max differential.
Okay, I'm Van Glantz. I'm down .2 right now in round of 8. Just want to go a little straighter and stand a little bit taller. Course has been pretty good. There is a rut, but use it to my advantage and see what I can do.
Bam, he's on it. Out on track they go. Looks like Flanagan with the advantage. He only has a 2.95 after the first run. Starting to stride away now, though. Touching down with the advantage over Van. It's all Flanagan here on the red course. The second run going to win this. Back-to-back wins for him, and the advantage on he goes into the next round.
My name is Alex Berkner. I'm from Logan, Utah originally, currently living in Denver, Colorado. Logan's a cool small town in northern Utah. What brought me out here was some ski racing, the love of the sport and being around a bunch of individuals who also love the sport of racing and getting after it on the snow. This is not my first time doing the tour. This is probably around the 6th or 7th, 8th time. I've done it for the past few years. It's the best circuit that's out there, and it's an absolute blast. Currently in my ski racing career, I am a ski coach. I'm coaching a bunch of young athletes from 16 to 23, all achieving the highest level. Their goals are high level. Myself in my career, I'm just trying to continue to love the sport. The sport is something that a lot of people don't enjoy, and it's come to be a lot of fighting and they're only worried about performances, but the truth is we're all out here because we love skiing. World Pro Ski Tour is definitely in some aspect a love of the sport. Within the nearest 300 miles of here, we probably see the majority of American ski racers, right? And we don't see a super high number here because people are too stuck on the aspects of wanting to prove a level that is for not much. But Pro Tour is truly, you find the coolest guys, coolest gals, the people that absolutely love racing. They continue to come out here and you'll see them year after year, even when they're retired, because they just love skiing and they continue to love racing, and it puts everyone in an aspect that you can pay for your trip and love racing. Those are the people that I strive to be like, and the people that a lot of my current surroundings are around is people that love racing. We need to see a lot more people just enjoying ski racing around the world. There's no reason for people to quit and never touch the sport again just because they're not getting the results they want to see. It's a sport that people should stay involved in for the rest of their lives. The last 2 days have been incredible. Really good weather, super fun skiing. First day in time trials, essentially qualifications, went super well. First run was good, there was no ruts. I was able to push my level, really dial it down. Came, I think, third in qualifying. Then I went into the first day of racing, round of 16, made it through, tight race, really fun racing, and then made it to the round of 8 and got rinsed. But you know, that's part of racing. Didn't want to push it once I knew that I wasn't going to have it, avoiding injury, but in reality it was an absolute blast. Weather's been good, snow's been good. Moving into the rest of the weekend and tomorrow's race, it's tough. Honestly, I'd love to say that I'm here to win. I want to be here to win, and I'm pushing to win. But I'm looking forward to continually being around the friends and community that continues to love racing. There's no aspect of results that I'm unhappy with, as I've already qualified for a round of 16. Obviously, we're here to win. I want to push it to win. But the truth is that the individuals that I'm around, the happiness that we see, the connection that we build, that's what I'm looking towards. I'm looking towards being around these great individuals that bring me joy and continue to love ski racing.
Find your sun with Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Cold, refreshing, and made for moments like these all year long. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
Wealth management is complicated. Life is complicated. One of the things that we consistently hear from our clients is that working with our firm enables them to do more of what they love to do and less of what they don't wish to do.
We are a full-service investment and wealth management firm.
We help clients define their goals. We help them think through their legacy. What we do is really bring it all together.
We believe all of our clients are on a journey and that it's our job to help them in each and every step of that journey.
As the founders of Surefoot, Bob and Russ Shea are obsessed with creating the perfect ski boot for you because they know that a properly fitted custom ski boot will make you a better skier, whatever level you're at. At Surefoot, they've developed a process that guarantees the perfect fit for each customer, and of course, they are obsessed with the process.
We have 300 experts in Surefoot on the world that all use the exact same process.
Surefoot, better fitting, better skiing.
Let's meet at the intersection of security, innovation, and agility to excel in today's complex digital business world. Let's meet an increasingly connected world with clear vision and realize its impact on our daily lives. Let's meet the demands of a new kind of workforce and enable employees to work smarter and live better. Let's meet the next technological frontier together. Blue Mantis.
We're
What people don't realize is everything we make comes from experience, and I take that experience, I sketch it out. That sketch then turns into a canvas. I paint the canvas, and those elements become apparel. And those are the memories that I want to share with others, and it lives with them forever.
How you guys doing? My name is Stephen Kelly. I'm the owner CEO of Tenney Mountain. Pretty jacked to have World Pro Ski Tour here for a second time. Last year was pretty epic. This year we blew it off, and even better this year. The mountain's killing it. Races are phenomenal, even better, I'll say, than last year. Like last year was great, but we have even more competition this year. So it's just for our second year, being part of the Pro Ski Tour. Super stoked to be part of it, and excited for the future. This is actually third full season since I've owned the mountain. And we had the World Pro Ski Tour last year, our second season, so a lot of newness for me, figuring out how to integrate a tour as well as bringing the mountain back to life, so there's a lot of nuances that we're getting better at every year. This year in particular, our field crew was really dialed in and a lot more experienced how to build a racetrack, and working with the folks from the World Pro Ski Tour, who to me are really some best-in-class guys. They get some killer guys on that crew, and they taught our guys last year, so really kind of as a team, they just blew it out this year. That track was phenomenal this year. Everybody's like raving about the conditions, the snow, and really just the attention to detail. We made it a little bit wider, took down a few more trees where we needed to, and so a really big part of our growth this past year was working on that. We are working towards a much bigger master plan. That's going to include several hotels, over 1,000 homes, a lot of retail restaurant, building out a whole commercial vibe here. So Tenney's really at its infancy, kind of cool because it's almost parallel World Pro Ski Tour. Since Chris Neary took it over, this is his second season running it himself. It's kind of our second season with them, but it's really only our third season in biz. So as he evolves and grows the tour, we're going to evolve and grow Tenney Mountain. One thing I think is super cool is what Chris is doing with the World Pro Ski Tour. Obviously, it's a little bit of a contrarian view to maybe say the World Cup, the Olympics. He's an outside the box thinker. I honestly think that's what we are here at Tenney. We actually bring a different perspective. We actually embrace and welcome the racers, and to me it's super cool. Like our community, the Tenney community, loves seeing these people out here racing and being a part of that. We just know from talking to the racers, they go some places and they're not even appreciated. The fact that they're there, and we have some of the best competitors in the world, and yet they don't feel really welcome in some places. And something at Tenney we really try to do is make the World Pro Ski Tour team, but also the racers feel like, hey, this is part of who we are, it's part of who you are, it's the fabric of what we do together. But for the races, man, you leave with some really, not life-changing, but certainly year-changing money that makes it a hell of a lot easier if you actually leave with a check. So I think it's pretty awesome with everything he's working on, and they work so hard, and only the top really make money in that sport, and they get the endorsements if you're on the A team of the World Cup. But if you're a hair below that on the B team, you don't really get the endorsements, you don't really get the money. Here at the Pro Ski Tour, man, everybody can walk away if you win and you get a check. Everyone has a shot. I think that's awesome. So to me, I took on a heavy challenge to really make the world a better place, and that's truly what it's about. It's not just about skiing, it's not about real estate. The bigger picture play is job creation and creating an economy in an economically depressed part of the world / country / state that couldn't do it on its own. We're working the highest level of the state with the local universities. We've got Plymouth State right here in town, which is a massive economic driver to help support us with a constant flow of students. We can attract companies from around the world to this part of the United States and start to build out that economy that doesn't exist today. When you look 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road from that, that's what really drives me, is that when I'm done and I hang up my cleats, whether it's on my plan or God's plan, we will have left the world a better place.
On course, Bennett and Norbrand.
Looks like a dead even start for both these pros as they drop down off the pitch, grab the bullet, try to get some energy out of the skis. So important not just to sit there on your skis. You got to load them up, you got to release them, you got to be quick feet laterally, you got to keep that ankle tension. It's all Sarah Bennett.
Mama gotta earn, you never learn. Diamonds on my mind, I'm freaking all night. Always on the grind, look at me now.
The lights are going to change colors right about now. The gates are going to open. Here they go.
So looks like a more powerful start on the blue course side for Mortal, who is your second fastest qualifier. She has the advantage over the first Mazda jump. Drops down in that bullet. Over on the blue course side, all about Galina here in the first run across the line. She will go with the win with .353. So Wardle with the advantage after the first run of .353. So let's see what she's got.
Gates open up, off they go.
Poling and skating into that first Mazda jump, trying to get as much energy out of those slalom skis as possible. But this is a close race. After the first run, it was Wardle with the advantage. She's over on that red course now, and looks like she's in control of this run, touching down first. Again, with that 3.53 advantage, it's all Wardle going into the finals to face off against Sarah Bennett.
You know I don't play right. I'll put up a good fight. Just give me the word,
It's Philip Forchek, Keegan Burke, Philip on the red course, Burke on the blue.
It's on yellow now. Doors will open up, and it's Forchek and Burke out on track. Burke is putting the pressure on Forchek, but Forchek is in control of their first and 2 runs here in the semis. Forchek out in front and heading for the finish line with the win in their first of 2s in the semis. It's Forchek with the advantage of a .489.
Feeling decent today. The course is amazing. Definitely, not 100% consistent, so every round you can improve something. This one was a start. Had a great bottom section, I think, but it's tight. All the rounds are tight against these guys, so just gotta keep 100% pushing.
Looks like Forchek gets a little bit of a jump, but never discount Keegan Burke. So powerful. He's right there with Forchek here. Forchek has a 4.89 advantage after the first run. You'll see Forchek start to stride away a little bit. Burke right there with him, but Forchek knows he's got just about a half a second in hand as a touchdown off the bottom bump. Burke with a little bit of a mistake. Didn't get that turn shape enough coming off the jump on. He will go to the finals. Philippe Forchek. Burke goes down to the consolation round, the battle for 3rd and 4th place. Go yellow to green, the doors will open up their first of 2 runs. So, back to racing, into the pitch they go, really working the skis, touching down on the red course side. It's Gearing with the advantage. Flanagan here, the first of 2 runs, putting together a good run across the line. He will go, winning the run as Luke Kearing can hold on to it, or Gray Flanagan can turn it around on to determine who's going to move into the finals to face off against Philippe Forchek. Out on course they will go. Flanagan now on the red side, trying to make up a 3.54 advantage. So down in the tuck he goes. Out in front looks like Blue with the advantage. Looks like Kearing may have a little edge on him as they work their way down the bottom part of the course. Kearing hold on to that 3.45 advantage, but here goes Flanagan on the red. Oh, huge down, loaded those 165s up. They spit him out big time.
I mean, Gray and I were battling. I had 3/10, but I could see him kind of a little bit ahead of me, about half a gate ahead, so I knew I had to kind of throttle to stay in there, and I just came into a turn, juiced the tails, and those things are like, rubber bands. When you stretch them, they come right back, and it just shot me right out of the course.
Mazda's excited to be back at Tenney Mountain this year. This is a great venue, a small town mountain. It's really fun for Mazda to come here and gives us an opportunity to be with this community, show this community our cars. We've got a bunch of athletes who drove cars up from Boston. So we've got 5 different vehicles here on display down in the parking lot area. We've got one up on the snow. We drove it up on the snow this morning in the hard pack. The car performed awesome. Really gives us an opportunity to participate with people while they're enjoying the outdoors. We've got weekend adventures here. It's an opportunity for us to reach out to them and show them what Mazda is all about. It's a great car for the Northeast, and we're just happy to be here with World Pro Ski Tour again this year. There's a word at Mazda that is at the center of everything we do. Omotenashi, the spirit of wholehearted hospitality. It means putting people in front of yourself. It means serving others with reverence, and it means trying to make things better for people without the need for recognition. We're excited this year to offer a new award. We're going to call it the Mazda Spirit Award to the racer who best exemplifies this Mazda spirit. Omotenashi. This racer will be the one who's encouraging people in the start house, who's cheering on racers at the finish gate, who's interacting with the fans and the employees here, just making a better experience for everyone. Mazda really believes in uplifting the people that we serve, and we're excited to recognize a racer who is doing that in their racing community here at Tenney today. All of our Mazda SUVs come standard with all-wheel drive, so there's no better way to showcase that capability than at an event like the World Pro Ski Tour, and having athletes drive those vehicles up in sometimes very adverse conditions. You can see we've got some fresh snow here at Tenney Mountain, so there was a little bit of snow driving up from Boston, and we're excited for athletes to drive a vehicle like the CX-50. This vehicle was designed for the outdoors, designed specifically for people who love enjoying the outdoors. Put lots of room in the back for skis and their equipment, great driving dynamics, award-winning safety, and stunning design. You'll see on the hill today, we've got a cypress green, a new color for 2026. We've got a cypress green CX-50 for people to take a look at. We're excited to be here and show people our vehicles.
My name's Keegan Burke. I am from Maine originally, grew up in New England, and I now live in Southern California. Originally, my brother, he and I get to race together, so that's kind of the passion of it, but I'm here for the Pro Tour. We've done a couple stops over the last couple of years after a long hiatus from ski racing. I grew up ski racing, started at 2 years old. NASTAR was where we really started the racing circuit thing, and then moved into USSA, just, you know, like most of these racers out here. Went to college, went to UNH, ski race for UNH, and then I cold turkey stopped for 15 years. Didn't put skis on, moved to Southern California. What really brought me back was my brother was living in Northern California, moved east, started skiing again. I came home, put on the skis, and we just did some, you know, beer league racing, and we're still skiing fast. So we got invited out to Taos a couple years ago. Love the format, love the vibe, love the sponsors, love the tour. We skied okay. We're like, hey, let's see what we can do and try to get into the flow of it again. And so now we get to spend the time together as family and show the kids in the family what staying on it looks like. Yeah, brother's here. He's 6 years younger than I am, but still an old 37. So if that doesn't date it for you, I'm 43. It's funny because most of these kids that are out here I'm old enough to be their father. And so it's kind of fun, right? I try to stay in shape and try to kind of lead that healthy life. For us as a family, right, ski racing is a passion of our families. We've always been in skiing, and it's nice to be back on the snow, and it's even better to do it together as a family, do it with my brother. And so that's really the fun of it, right? And then this format and this scene is what makes it even more fun, right? It's shotgun racing. You get to go, you know, punch it, and you go until you can't. Luckily today, we were able to throw it down the hill fast. So, you know, here's the thing. The top three guys were skiing fast right from qualifiers. And, you know, Faratek and Keering, you know, was skiing fast all day. I had a little bit of unluck, if you will, with Faratek, the first run of the semis. I timed the gate well, but I somehow snapped my pole. And so in the first run of semis, I had to race arguably the fastest guy on the hill, one pole. So that gave me a differential that was hard to make up. Took some chances in the second run, and it just wasn't enough. So, you know, it's one of those things, as the field narrows, it becomes more and more difficult. You have to be really on your game. But at the same time, right, if you look at, you know, Keering in his semi, he didn't finish second run. And so it's one mistake, right? It's so close, it's so tight, skiing is so fast, the field is so deep that it's really anybody's race. So you have to stay consistent, you have to stay right mentally, right? And then the second part of that's physical. Yeah, so today was a nice validation that the speed is there, that I can be competitive. I think tomorrow there's room definitely left on the hill. So, you know, the guys that were within reach or the mistakes that I made today, clean those up, and they have to really make sure that they stay on point, because my starts are getting there, my skiing is fast, I feel good, a little sore, but I think we're going for podium tomorrow for sure.
We all want it, but in an uncertain world, the more we want is changing. We want more substance, more human connection, which is exactly the more Mazda delivers. It's the craft in our design, the intention in our engineering, connecting you to the road and to what matters most. It's value you can feel. This is the more that moves you.
Visit bombas.com and get 20% off your first order.
Tough Shed, a million uses. One of them tough enough to protect whatever's valuable to you. Tough Shed storage buildings and garages, coast to coast. For the store nearest you, call 1-800-BUY-TOUGH or visit toughshed.com.
Watch the lights go yellow, timing of the rising up on the poles against the kickboards, and out on course they go. Brand strong out of the start all day long, gets the jump over Crone in their first of two here in the consolation round. Brand out in front. She touches down. Look at the nice groove developing out there. The double ski groove. So important, that inside ski, and that groove is giving you energy all the way down, so the wind goes to Nora Brand by maximum differential of a .60. So the German against the Norwegian. Coming at you. Let's see who's going to. Here we go. Ooh, she gets a jump over Brand. Does Crone find some energy coming out of the start? Leaves Brand behind. She needs to make up 0.6 of a second. That's a big ask. She's putting it together now. Here comes Brand, the German, over on the blue course side, closing the gap. She holds 0.6. Looks like Crone could win the run, but might not win the race. Doesn't look like she has enough of a gap to me to make up 0.6 of a second. Across the line she goes. She wins the run, but not by enough. So Brand wins the battle for third and fourth here over Marlena Crone.
Yeah, that was so fun. I was standing up there after the first two heats and I was like, oh my god, 6 more runs. I'm not sure if I have that in my legs, but worked out perfectly. The track is in fantastic condition. Yeah, I just ended up in third. That's also my best Pro Tour result I've ever had. So I'm incredibly happy right now.
So I predict this is going to be one of the closest races we've seen all day as they wait for the lights to get down to the second yellow. Then they'll time it back in the tails of their skis. Oh, big strong start on the red course side for Bennett. Left Wardle standing there. Wardle coming back, trying to make up some ground. It's still Sarah Bennett out in front, really pushing hard. And it with 3.81. Lights are going to go yellow to green. The doors will open up. Sarah Bennett on the blue course side with the advantage after the first run, and leaves Wardle in the start. Bennett strong out of the start today all day long. Bennett and Wardle coming at you. Bennett still out in front. Good close race though. Blue side. Bennett with the advantage as she heads for the finish line. Across the line she goes. Looks over her shoulder. Pump of the fist. So Bennett wins the run.
Yeah, battling it out for third. So I'm running up against the guy who lost to Phillip. So we're battling it out for the third spot, and then Phillip and Gray are battling it out for top spot.
Luke Kearing, quite fast, and multiple FIS wins, U16 national champion, and they're on course. Kearing, blue, Burke, red.
Looks like Burke got advantage coming out of the start. He's been powerful out of the start all day long. Kearing going to get that advantage at the bottom. So fighting for it all the way down was Burke trying to get back in it. Kearing gets the win though. Take a look at the diff. .323 for Luke Kearing on their first of two. 3.23.
And Luke Keuring, Harvard ski team senior last year at Harvard. What does he got here? The gates are going to open after these colors turn to green. Here we go, final racing.
Both good, strong starters into the first jump. It looks like it's Burke with the advantage, trying to make up a .323. And he has that advantage after the first run off the bottom jump. It's going to be all Keuring at the finish line, getting it done here in the battle for third and fourth place.
Ray Flanagan, Burlington, Vermont, civil engineer at UVM.
Lights go yellow as we get ready for the big run. The first of the two in the final rounds. Voracek, your number 2 on the tour in the overall last year. Looks like he might have the advantage, but there is Flanagan right with him. Number 2 qualifier, Flanagan down low, getting aerodynamic, putting the pressure on Voracek, but it's Voracek now with the advantage. Here he goes, really starting to stride away, using those long legs to move to the finish across the line. He will go, and the advantage will be Voracek by max differential, so .60. Coming out of the start, you can be guaranteed of that every single time. Voracek knows, oh yeah, left him sleeping. Oh my God, Voracek with 6/10 just got caught. Ray Flanagan probably tried to
ski behind him. You see that?
Off the bottom jump he goes. Number 2 in the overall standings last year. Philippe Voracek at the top step of the podium, fist in the air. Great racing all day by both these guys.
Well, I won the race, which feels amazing. You know, it's great to ski, and every loss is tough, though. So, you know, every time you lose for a couple of minutes, it's not the easiest, but if you don't lose at all, it's the best option you can have. And this day, I learned to focus on my skiing. When I'm behind and I see, you know, guys in front of me, of course, you got to risk, but I was honestly lucky in the finals. I was coming in with a 6/10 lead because I didn't finish the first round. And so I just, you know, had to be consistent, put it together, not make any stupid mistakes. But I think I got it pretty well right from the start. So.
Have you ever noticed the farther you get from home, the closer you get to where you belong? The fuel efficiency and craftsmanship of the Mazda CX-50 Hybrid make every trip the scenic route. Welcome to the Outerverse. Welcome to the Mazda CX-50 Hybrid.
America has always been defined by those bold enough to step into the unknown, to lead with conviction, character, and undeniable style. Having an overbuilt foundation, that's what makes a great product. Something that becomes part of your life just because it works. Designed with purpose, crafted with soul, built by freedom.
Those who train hard. Very few recover right. Training breaks your body before it builds it. DNA Vibe. Regenerative wearables use a patented combination of light therapy and vibration designed to support circulation, recovery, and overall wellness. Because real regeneration doesn't just help you bounce back, it helps you come back stronger. DNA Vibe. Regeneration activated.
Yeah, I had so many second places, third places. So yeah, second win, back-to-back win. Last race of the last year and first of this one. Amazing, I mean, can't get better. It was a beautiful day, you know, just being able to ski, grateful for that, enjoying it, and not to lose even one run is just amazing, you know, you don't get the bad feeling. It's funny because I had races where I would expect to win, or I thought I have a decent shot, and both of the wins that I actually won, I didn't expect it last time here. And after yesterday's qualifier, I also didn't, because it was so leveled up and my skiing didn't feel that great. So I'm surprised today and I'm grateful for it. I come here to race, you know, after some time of not doing it too much anymore. Well, I mean, I come here to compete, you know, to compete. It's an amazing thing to do, especially once you get a little farther from the sport, you know, that you used to do every day. And I can see it in all the guys who come here who, you know, are not professional skiers anymore, but they love sport. They maybe work, they do other sports, but just to come back and ski this event, everyone enjoys it. It's just so much fun, head-to-head competition, you know, it's different, there's more adrenaline, you can see how you do in real time, kind of, you can sense it, you can feel it out. And I think it's not just me, but everyone who comes back, you know, and does the sport again, maybe after even a little break, it's great for them, it's great for the mind, and they enjoy it. Well, I want to see more races, right? And I want to see a core group, and I know there is demand to be a part of core group for something like this. If you have more races, and you can commit to the winter of, you know, mostly doing the World Pro Ski Tour and things around it, it's going to be great. There are going to be people who will want to do it and who will love it. So that's what I want, more races. If we have 8 weekends next year, I don't have doubt that there's going to be a decent group that's going to do all of those races. Plus, then, you know, local guys are going to join to every stop around. But if you have 8 weekends, there's going to be people doing all 8. It's not coming here for the prize money, it really isn't. It's coming to ski. You know, every loss is bad, it always will be. It's not easy to lose. It always sucks, you know, and most of the people, well, everyone besides one will lose at least once in a race. And so, yeah, but then, you know, the people who lose, and I was losing all the time till the last race of last year, and this race today, and I was coming back, you know, 10 times I would lose, I would be coming back. It's the community, it's the sport, it's the love for the sport, it's being outdoor and move and compete. It's not just, you know, going for the prize money, not at all. The community is here, you get to see people that you don't anymore as much, and tomorrow there is another race, and next week another one. So we're looking forward to tomorrow, another great day on Tenney Mountain, should be sunny. And then one in Aspen, so just, you know, keep going.
Start with the ladies in 4th place from Norway, Marlene Krohn. In 3rd place from Germany, Nora Brand. Galina Wardle. Let's bring up the number 1 on the podium today, Sarah Bennett. Keegan Berg. Yeah, dude. In 3rd place, Luke Gearing. It's Gray Flanagan in 2nd place. Lead for a check. $10,000, Richard. For a check.
Check yesterday's winner from Czechia, 2018 Olympian in 3 different disciplines. We'll talk about him all day long.
Coming into the day with definitely a little more confidence, which was nice. And, you know, the snow got a nice freeze overnight.
Honestly, I have never been this nervous ski racing in my life. The start is definitely something different because you're in there for so long, so you can think for a really long time before you get going.
I mean, I'm obviously gonna try and win today after a 3rd place yesterday.